The title of this video is How to Write Professional Emails, or the $100,000 email format. And I could have easily called it the $1 million email format too, because I've made a lot of money with just a few emails, but I've also seen deals of all sizes die from a poorly worded or poorly timed email, because it's so common that people mess up key relationships by not understanding how to write a simple email. But when you know what I'm about to share with you, which is almost a template, you'll be able to communicate far more effectively and your bottom line results will show it. Now, if this is the very first time that you're watching one of my videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification now, because every single week I upload more videos about how to grow business faster and more predictably and in a way that generates far more profit for you. So let's dig right in, because my company has sealed amazing deals and attracted high-end clients and so much more. And a lot of that has to do with the email format that we use when we communicate with people. And the email that I had in mind right before shooting this video brought in $100,000. So that's kind of what I decided to focus on. But what we're about to cover, if you pay attention to the end, can make you far more money than just that. And I hope you take notes, because I will tell you right now without hesitation that a poorly written email to a prospect or to a customer or to a partner, or to an investor, to a vendor, or to anybody else can damage a relationship and cost your company a lot of money. But worse, it could damage your brand. Now, the very first rule of sending an email in business is keep it short, because the more you write in an email, the less likely it is that the main topic is going to be understood by the reader. And I know there's people out there who think it's clarifying to write a full page, maybe a 1 or 2 page email, thinking that that added detail is going to make it easier for the reader. But that is definitely not the case. It's never the case. I once had a business partner who would send me, I don't know, freaking 5 or more emails a day, and every single one of them was at least a page long. And my reply was always the same. Every single time I'd say something like, hey, thanks for putting the time into writing this, and I look forward to discussing it in detail during our next meeting. And that's it. There's no way that people have the time or the patience to read all the freaking emails that they get every single day. And this barrage of emails that hits our inboxes has conditioned people to skim even the most important emails. Now, the second rule is don't cover more than one thing in every email. So if you have a list of 17 reasons why you're dropping a client, let them know one of the most powerful reasons and then leave it at that. In short, keep it short, like 4 or 5 lines, knowing that the better that you could sum up your communication in the email, the more likely you'll get what you want from that email. And I know it's going to be hard for you if you're one of those people who love writing long emails, but try it and you will get better results. Third, understand that every email you get has its own time clock built into it. If you don't reply for days, that's saying something. So if you can't reply to an important business email in full today, then shoot out a quick reply saying, hey, I'm running out and I'll reply in a day, or whenever it is that you think you'll be able to reply. Now, personally, I don't check email that often. So when an important email comes in to my office, my assistant gets it and she'll reply to that person saying something like, hey, Chris is not available right now, but she'll make sure that I see that email tomorrow morning during our meeting, or whenever she thinks she's going to be able to get it in front of me. Fourth, you should keep in mind that emails never fall on the ears of the reader the same way that you expect them to. And this is huge. In fact, the people who read your email are going to read your email in the emotional state that they're in right then and there. And you have no control of the emotional state that they're in when they read your email. So they may get an email that you thought you were writing nicely, but they may perceive it in a completely different way than that. One of the best tactics we have for writing an email, and every single one of my team members in each of my companies follows this rule, is to write your email as well as you can. Try speaking from the heart, and then read it out loud in the meanest tone that you can, and then rewrite it so that it sounds a little bit better. And I know you might not believe that you have the time to reread every email before you send it out, but when you realize how vital it is that you communicate well in your business emails, you'll see that those extra, 1 or 2 minutes can have a huge impact on your company and your revenue and your results. Next, don't go back and forth just to make it easier for the reader or because you think it's going to make the reader feel better, right? For example, if you're telling a client that you can't work with them any longer, don't say, hey, hello, how are you? I'm not going to be able to work with you any longer. I enjoyed our time together, but you suck as a client. Please keep me in mind for other business. That's going back and forth, and it sends the wrong message every single time. If you need to deliver bad news, let me give you a simple format. Number 1, set them up. Number 2, deliver the bad news. And number 3, end with something kind. Here's an example. You might say, hey, I have some news you might not want to hear. That's me setting them up. We can't work together any longer. That's the bad news. But I've enjoyed our time together and I wish you the absolute best in the future. And that's a kind way to end it. And it's clear that it's over, right? That's it. Short and sweet and to the point. And in the right order also, for them to psychologically be able to handle it with the least back and forth and the least wasted time and the fewest transactions of emails. And those rules go for pretty much any email that you send out, whether it's a summary of a conversation that you just had with somebody, or a just following up email, or if you're closing a deal, or whatever the heck it is. It's the same. Keep it short, reply quickly, read every email before it goes out, be straightforward, but be kind. And the last point, let me give you one more point. The last point is always frame your email with the end in mind. So if you want your reader to buy from you, then guide them to buy from you. If you want an employee to send you something, then guide them to send you exactly what you want. And if you want someone to get their ass in gear, then guide them in a kind way to get their ass in gear. Because trust me when I say that communicating via email is not something to be rushed in business or in your personal life. And if you get used to following rules like this, you'll start getting far more results from your emails, and they'll eventually take you far less time to write. Two final things. If you're looking for an edge to grow your business, go over to chrisguerriero.com. There's a ton of great tools that will help you scale. They're all free. Just go there. Second, if you have a great tip on writing an email, share it in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button and hit the bell notification right down here somewhere. Somewhere right down here. So you never miss a video when I put it out. Because what you don't know in business will hurt you. And keep the momentum going by checking out my next important video right over here. Go ahead, play the next video now.